Welcome everyone to the Rinks in Hotbog for a top-of-the-table matchup here in the Suffolk County High School Hockey League developmental level. It's the Sachem Braves and the Northport Huntington Tigers ready for the puck drop as we are underway. Bradley Skillman in the net for the Braves, and on the other side, Max Higbee getting the start for the Tigers. Rocking into this game, the Braves are still perfect on the season at 15-0, and the Tigers not shabby themselves, 9-5-1, so well above 500, trying for their 10th win right now. These two teams have played twice already this year, once on December 8th and the other on October 15th, as a long shot is blocked aside and will carry him over to the corner. It's worked up the wall but not out by the Tigers. Couple opportunities to find an ozone turnover for Sachem, and it will be cleared out now. The scores of those two previous matchups that I was talking about, on December 8th, it was 5-4 in favor of Sachem, and on October 15th, it was 6-5 in favor of Sachem. Needless to say, two of the closest games that the Braves have played so far this season, so it's definitely going to be a tight one as Atkins tries to hold the zone there, but it was just barely tipped around. Tigers try to fly it north, bringing it in on net and missing it wide. Just a minute 30 gone by in this first period. Beltram does get the clear. Maurice down to the goal line, popped off his stick. It works up the wall. Held alive and sent down low by Amelia Mascotti. Puck loose over on that right post. It's sent in front. Hit the post. Mascotti almost had it in the opening minutes. One side thought that it went in, but no call from the referees on the ice, so we're going to keep this at 0-0. A break back the other way, and a shot goes above the crossbar. Opportunity for Northport. Huntington can continue this track meet. Aletta had it poked off the stick. Finnemore close on that try. Puck up for grabs over in the corner again. Comes to the blue line for Rister, blocked by the defense of the Tigers. Looking at the stats for these two sides, as you would expect, very, very even. Sachem with the advantages. It's why they're undefeated so far. Looking at the goals per game, Sachem scoring about 7.3 while only giving up 2.7. That's the best defense in the entire developmental level. That's probably, if I had to guess, one of the best defenses in the entire Suffolk County High School Hockey League, as we'll get a penalty down low. That might have been our first stoppage as well. It's been a fast-paced game for either side, but this is going to be our first taste of special teams. Sachem will go to the power play. A 2-minute 5-on-4 man advantage. Andrew in the box for roughing. Initial shot, aggressive penalty kill for the Tigers. Instantly plays it out of the zone. Reminder that we got some important games upcoming today. Game 2 of the Suffolk County High School Hockey League Final. Zub lets it go from a sharp angle. Good save made by Higbee. Cycled back down low. The Braves try to feather it out in front. Rotate it up. McCarthy, Rister, off to the right side, a big one-timer and a better block. Puck still loose. Higbee had to make a save there and trying to get the blocker on top of it. He will. 4 minutes gone by now. $1:20 left in the 5-on-4 opportunity. Offsides right now. That's going to force Sachem all the way back. We'll take the face off from the neutral zone. And rolling out to the right side. Bright off his stick, the Tigers. They get it forward. Under a minute to play in the 5-on-4. So Multi looking for the shot. Slid it through the blue paint, held alive. Another blast directed on net. Big rebounds. Sachem will just push it towards the blue line. Now try to start to skate north with 37 seconds left on the power play. Brought in deep. Once again, the physical kill working out for Northport Huntington. And cuts middle, shot down low, saved by Higbee off the left leg. The rebound, he'll force it over to the perimeter. Sticks tie up, Sachem win the 50-50 puck. Play it towards the slot, and the shot missed. Top right side, ends up in the end boards. Opportunity be sent out, and it will be done. Back to 5-on-5 here at the North Rinks in Hauppauge. First of 3 games today. We got 3 games going behind us as well. Atkins peppering another one on net. Parried down below the goal line by Higbee. These two teams in their last 5 games have been impressive. Northport Huntington has run into some tough competition and have dropped their last 2 because of it. A 5-3 loss to KPC, a 6-3 loss to East Islip. Their last win on January 7th against Longwood, that was 7-2. And then a couple of games before the break, but that's so long ago it doesn't even really matter to current form for Sachem, as there will be an icing bringing the face-off back to the offensive end for Northport Huntington. For Sachem, in their last 5, well, they scored 10 on East Islip, didn't give up a single goal. They scored 15 on KPC, gave up 1 goal, 10 on the T-Birds, 5 on West Islip, 6 on Longwood. And all of that, they scored a total of 25, 30, 36 goals and gave up a total of 5. That's just a testament to how dominant this team has been as of recent. But even though they've been dominant, Northport Huntington as a team have played them close twice. I don't expect that to be any different. About halfway through this first period, that's the case so far. As Northport Huntington with an aggressive forecheck, the puck does get in behind them. Not fast enough to be an icing. Now held alive by Sachem. They try to play it out towards the middle. Puck still loose before it's knocked down. We approach the 8-minute mark here. 1 power play so far today belonged to the Braves, but the PK for Northport Huntington was great, as we've come to expect. An offside's called here. Both these teams killed off all of the power play opportunities they faced in their last games. Sachem scored on all of their power play opportunities, while Northport Huntington scored on 50%. And the puck whizzes around the boards off to the far side. The Tigers try to hold it in off the wall. They were looking out towards the middle. Pops 3, but the skate blade not going to be long enough for the reach of Dean. Another centering feed. Sits for a second. A follow-up shot. Think Higbee got a little bit of it. Giovanni DeMarco got it below the goal line before another centering feed came in. Ryan couldn't hold the zone either. It's back to center ice with Atkins. A little chip and chase. Was joined there by Beltrani. Now it's going to be broken down low. Opportunity. Higbee made the glove save. Numbers for Sachem didn't matter. Higbee read the play correctly the entire time, played the shooter, and got the glove save. Northport Huntington with a pair of top-notch goalies in Evan Coggins and Max Higbee. Part of why they're always in these games. Another centering feed comes in front. The shovel shot missed wide right. Another opportunity off to the left. Not going to go either. McCarthy got bottled up. The play will die down at the end boards. A chance now to clear. Amelia Moscati threw it up. McCarthy knocked it down, sent it back towards Higbee. Moscati got the carom off his pads. Sent around to the weak side. Opportunity to hold it in again for Sachem as they're setting up a nice cycle right now. Down to 6 to play in the first period. Numbers down low for Northport Huntington. The captain, Collins, looking for some sort of help. Pops free. Shot goes through the blue paint. Big bounce off the boards and finally poked loose. It's going to be into a 2-on-1 rush potentially as well. Dicing it up. Aletta sent it in front. Good save made by Bradley Skillman. Blasted off the boards to the far point. Sachem once again trying to hold it alive, but it will just barely wiggle past Ryan all the way down. Bless you, Paul. Russo trying to play it on the backhand. Matarisi was there to shadow. It still goes into the offensive end. Another shot. Higbee would have been there. Both sides continue to play good defense in the neutral zone. Only one real rush opportunity. It's belonged to Northport Huntington. Maybe something else coming here. Bruckner tried for a centering bid. Puck flipped towards the blue line and out once more. Higbee will calmly play it. Matarisi whipped it across to the far side. Broke in past the blue line. At the same time, Dean punched it over to the corner. Sachem find it there, dig it up and out off the wall. Another foot race for the puck down low. Skillman stops it up. Rodriguez, the first one back for it. Finds a clearing lane. Sachem now trying to break this one forward. This could be another rush. Beltrani over to the corner, sent it out in front, and the stick of Higbee was enough to interrupt it. Great play from the goalkeeper. Zub with the long arms and a long reach, dicing it up in the circle, forced down low. Zub still holding on to it, finally forced free from his stick. Carries up the boards. Couple bodies there for it. Broken away by Atkins on the backhand, looking for the backdoor feed. Zub couldn't poke it through against Higbee. Right back out in front, a one-timer from the slot, and then it's sent high. Higbee stays alive and keeps this game 0-0. Sachem not done yet on this ozone shift. Northport Huntington in desperate need of a clear with 2:44 on the clock. Zub walking it right back over the slot, carries off to his right side and puts it above the crossbar. Karam's up the wall, right back down low. It will deflect over for Zub on the half boards. Feathers a little pass down low to Beltrani, whipped it in front, one-timer. Higbee got the save and covered up. What a sequence for Northport Huntington. They continue to find the defensive stands. Higbee, the star of that last 2 minutes. He's going to have to continue to be excellent for his team to win this game as well. Schlendorf knocked it in. DeMarco on the follow-up. Worked away from both of them. Long shot off to the right side of the net. Sticked out by Maloney. He'll stay with it, trying to bowl past one. Maloney couldn't hold it in the zone, though. His team would be offsides before it was replayed over to center ice. D-to-D passes. The Tigers try to break it forward. They'll run into some trouble on the near side. Under 2 to play in the first period. Another shot. Sachem just trying to track that puck that almost came in front. Trying to crack this scoreboard as well. Not often you see this team go 15 minutes without scoring a goal. Another long shot looking for a tip. Played back in front, opportunity. Puck hits a couple escape blades and now is cleared once again by Maloney. Brace will step in for the ozone draw with under a minute to play in the first period. One out by Northport Huntington, and one pass will break it through the zone. Right back for Atkins. Walks it past the blue line. Shimmies his way through a couple of checks as he races the loose puck down low. Sent it almost in front. Blocked up by a couple defenders. He'll take it for a shot anyways and miss wide over to the left side of the post. Right back for Northport Huntington. The whip, the pass across. Some multi spilled on his skate blades, followed up quickly by Mascotti. Amelia pressured away from the puck. Ryan will take it. Couldn't swoop it past Amelia. Had another opportunity at it, but Atkins collected on the backhand, pitched it up the wall, not out. Leads to a slap shot blocked by Sachem and right back to the front of the net. With 4 seconds remaining in the first frame, another good save from Skillman. Hasn't had as much traffic as Higbee has had on the other side, but score is still 0-0 regardless. Another draw. Mascotti just missed it at the buzzer, and after the first 15, still 0-0 here on the North Rings. We'll send it over for a quick break and be right back here on the LI Sports Network. And we're back for the start of the second period here on the LI Sports Network. Good old flick pass from Beltram over to the Zub. Almost got down the slot before he had his stick tied up, and the puck forced over to the perimeter. Played out now by Northport Huntington. More pressure applied by Hen. Knocked down by the body of Zub. Eats that poke check. Zub saucing it off to the middle and almost got that through Higbee on the follow-up shot from the goal line. The puck will stay there. Chance for Northport Huntington to skate now. Rodriguez stepped up to shut it down. Long Ranger loaded up and fired above the crossbar. I don't know if we got a phantom whistle right there or if there wasn't an actual stoppage because the clock was frozen at 14:26. Maloney with it again. Had his pocket picked from behind. Zub over the blue line, can't control for long. Hen trying to take it away, but lost it out. Schlendorf breaks through. Schlendorf sliding middle. Couldn't get it past the tape of Rodriguez, who deflected it down low. Zub batting away the loose change. Up to the blue line. Collected. Another shot towards goal. Skillman a blocker save. Puts the rebound in an easy-to-control place for his team. Another centering feed now. Zub will have it. Dicing it up past the blue line. Zub looking for space. Cuts middle. Forced off his stick. Northport Huntington swoop in. Play it back towards center ice. Rodriguez sent it off the high glass to no avail. Still loose in the neutral zone. Forced in. Atkins will go on a skate for it. Has plenty of options. Beltram, the one he uses on the near side. Fiddled off his stick. A tap pass. Zub has it and will just safely play it out of the end. 13 minutes remaining in the middle frame. Still scoreless between Northport Huntington and the undefeated Sachem Braves. Everyone on the blue line at the same time for Northport Huntington. A shot rebound. Just went off to the right post. No third opportunity. One of the better opportunities that either side has seen so far today, and it will go down for an icing. First goal could be so important in this matchup. Another long-range shot above the crossbar. Rebound off the end boards, poked out in the middle. Biscotti missed it over to the left side. Another dangerous opportunity produced by Amelia. She's been looking great so far this game. Trying to help her team out to a big upset against the 15-0 Braves. Ryan at the near point will get the pass, holding on to it. Hits it off his stick. Good bounce. Lovergen took the shot. Follow-up opportunity. Not on target. Lovergen with it again. Tiptoeing at the goal line. Tied up by Biscotti. Offsides called here against Sachem. Everyone needing to reset. Carried ahead in the meantime by Aletta. Quick passes. Northport now trying to hold the zone as the puck is ripped up the wall. Turnover. Lovergen trying to create it into something more dangerous. Sets up a one-timer. Atkins fanned on it partially. Ryan, now the lone defenseman back, has to get there in time. The puck will go below the goal line. Shouldn't be dangerous as Atkins was there on the back check as well. He'll hunt down the puck over in the corner. Send it ahead. Finnemore. Now Atkins. Rolling out left, Atkins with a step, bringing it in towards the slot. A shot, it hit off the post again. Ryan looking for brace. The pass was cut off. Ends up in the neutral zone with Northport Huntington. Team needs to check up. That will give more time for Sachem. They fire it down the ice. Could become an icing if it has the speed, but nope. Referees are not going to enforce it there. Ryan below his own goal line. Couple of white shirts in front of him. Try to rim it off the wall. Turns into a shot from the point. Got towards net. Skillman made mincemeat of it. Another centering feed. One more. Northport Huntington looking good on the rush. Skillman just a little trouble covering that one up, but he had all of it. And that will go down for an icing. Face off over to the right side of Skillman. His team finding a quick clear. Levergen through the neutral zone. He'll try to wheel forward. Hacked off his stick. Great defensive play by Matarisi. Bump over to the far boards. Deflects right back over to Andrew. Whips it up the ice to the attacking blue line. Rodriguez. Instantly two Tigers on him. Still gets the puck off his tape. Will be down for an icing. Not worst case scenario for Rodriguez right there because he was the last man back, so has to make the smart play. Collins met down low, gets the puck up and takes a little bit of punishment, but he made the play for his team. Puck comes right back to him. This time he'll try to pitch it high. Levergen chasing after it, slides over towards the slot. Dangerous for a shot, missed wide over to the left. Northport Huntington with a good shift so far. They'll keep it going at the blue line, and Levergen almost got that into a breakaway. Tap forward now, but that puck should be a little bit too far. No, the speed is there, tied up from behind. Good play from Giovanni DeMarco to get there on the back check. Shut down the opportunity about halfway through this game, but that was very close to being a disaster for Northport Huntington. Ryan pressured. Spun it up the wall, Levergen with it again. He'll send it down the ice. And that one waved off by the referees. Brace shot it down. Tigers go on to the attack again. Atkins tying up his man. Clean hit, but the puck is still free. Skillman had to dive on top of it. Scotty against Brace, and the puck will be kicked down the ice. Herman has some speed past the blue line. He'll cycle it down low. Around to the tape of Aletta. Not a lot of room over in the corner. Looks for the wraparound attempt. Cut off by Rodriguez. Opportunity to win it away. The puck almost sailed out in front. Follow-up shot from a sharp angle. Goes off to the far boards, and on the backhand will be played into the neutral zone. Herman returns it over to Multi. Puck now loose in the slot. Mascotti looking for a tip down low. Another opportunity for Northport. Huntington as they'll slice it across the sheet. Six minutes left in the second period. Skillman and Higbee have been the story so far. Northport Huntington, I would say, with more opportunities in the second than they had in the first. None of it ultimately mattering, though, as we're still tied up 0-0, with one play potentially being the difference maker. Beltram centering feed over Zub, blasted it behind the cage. Whipped around the board. Zub over in the corner. He'll stop it up, looking towards the middle on the backhand. He'll sauce it up to the blue line. McCarthy, long wrister, looking for a tip, and it was sent wide. Sachem had plenty of bodies out in front to make Higbee's life so hard. They'll lean on each other in the forecheck. Puck comes free to Zub again. Looking to run through his man. Zub inverts it. Another feather pass over to the blue line. This could be a breakaway if Northport Huntington have the speed. To Multi, got there first, looked out to the middle, put it there, but couldn't find the connection. Zub ahead. Teams making some changes, some fresh legs out onto the ice. Under 5 to play in the second period. Zub down low. Cut off on the centering bid. Puck now up for grabs. Aletta to the blue line, not out. Rodriguez held it in off his skate blade. Puck comes right back towards him, this time on the tape. He'll wrist it over to Zub, looking for the connection to Belgium. That's Hem, excuse me. Hen did get it out in front. Somehow not a single stick touched it. Went all the way through the blue paint unharmed. DeMarco fumbled it. Be blasted off the wall into the offensive end once more, and then cleared out by Northport Huntington. DeMarco rolls it off to his right side. And Beltram will break it away. Flying forward, he has 3 teammates on his right side. Slides it over Rodriguez, a wrister. Higbee the save. Karam's off to the boards. Sachem had plenty there on the forecheck, but now they're going to be beat back the other way. Opportunity, Giovanni DeMarco takes the shot himself. Puts it above the crossbar, and great pressure applied on the back check by the Braves once more. Atkins, powerful slap, can't get it out of the zone. Leads to a pass, almost backdoor. DeMarco leaves it for another shot in the skate blades of Atkins. Had to put it out of harm's way. Both these teams playing on a nice edge right now. That's a rolling puck in prime real estate. Zub sent it. Beltram trying to get there in time. And once again, the back check has been really the story of the last minute about Atkins shutting down a breakaway opportunity. Northport Huntington just stopping one on the other side. Here's Lovergen with it again. Couldn't thread the needle. Puck up for grabs. Good little flip there from Lovergen. Plays it way too far ahead of him, though. It will go on net. Directed away by Higbee. Quick outlet to Maloney. He'll start to walk it up the rink. Knifed off his stick as it continues to rattle around. DeMarco rolling off on the right side. Takes the shot, but a whistle beforehand, and the glove save either way from Skillman. 2:23 remaining in the second period. Monterisi trying to force it through on the far point. Knocked back down low and whipped across the ice. Lovergen couldn't get his blade on it. Takes it right back, though. One step, then sent it in front. Again, dangerous traffic. Another good shot. Higbee got there with the glove and covered up. Brace on the tie-up, knocked it off his left foot down below the goal line. Dug up towards the blue line, and it will just barely have the power to get out. Rodriguez tried to spear it back into the offensive end, covered up and played into the offensive end now for Northport Huntington. They'll hold it alive at the blue line. Monterisi directed it towards the net, caromed off the end boards. Available, Rodriguez through a crowd. Slides it over to the left end and right back for Northport Huntington. Under a minute to play in the second period. Tigers 2-on-2 trying to charge towards the goal. Amelia Mascotti hunting down the loose puck. Creates a turnover for a quick shot. Missed over to the left side. Rimmed around the boards. Braves just trying to find a clear. Not a lot of time remaining in this second period. 20 seconds to be specific. Higbee will allow his defense to play this. Monterisi with it quickly turned around and sent it all the way to the other end. It will go on net, so no icing. 10 seconds left now. Mascotti gets some help and holds the zone. Deflects over to Zub. Zub playing it away. 1 second left, and the clock will expire here in the second period. 30 minutes gone by. We have 15 remaining in this matchup. Still 0-0 between Sachem and Northport Huntington. Live for the third period here on the LI Sports Network. Puck along the near boards as Zub will get his first touch of the third frame. Going to be important to get him on the ice as much as possible for Sachem, one of the best point producers here in the developmental level. And if you told me to look at Zub and, wow, that was a good hit into Zub, you know, I was about to say, doesn't look like a developmental player, but DeMarco definitely made it look like that as he took a big chunk out of Zub on that hit. Puck still in the defensive zone, though. This line has been fantastic so far for Sachem. Held in by Rodriguez. He'll return it back down low. Beltram sent it in front, opportunity, and what a save. Higbee with another jaw stopper. That's a mixed metaphor right there. Another breakaway. Sachem still trying to find it in a lunging stop from behind by Maloney. Superman to shut down that opportunity. Northport Huntington selling out for this win right now. Maloney will go after it on the weak side rim. Takes it on the backhand and just gradually plays it into the neutral zone. Henn will deflect it, go off for a change. Driving up the ice, Greisch, long shot, another stop by Skillman. Rebound pops off to the perimeter. Rodriguez the first one to it. Bats it into the neutral zone as 2 minutes have already expired here in the third period. Rodriguez looking for the tape of Zub, helped out by the man behind, but called offsides. Ryan had that puck hop past his stick, as long passes continue to be turned over to either side. No one getting any extended looks right now. Lovergen has some room to skate. He'll carry this one forward, barging through the blue line. He'll run over a player in the process, but gets separated from the puck. His team following up on the forecheck. Lovergen tried to dance it, tiptoes on the red line, wraps around. Higbee denied him. We'll stay 5-on-5. The puck over to the far point, battled, knocked almost out. Now swiped across, and this will be cleared out by Northport Huntington. They'll control. Lovergen stopped up by the whistle. Are we getting a penalty here? We might be. I believe it's going against Sachem. No, maybe just an offsides here. As the face-off is being moved to center ice, so I'm going to assume that's what it is. Puck fired across the ice. Muscati trying to get clean control. Ripped off her stick by Patrick Rodriguez. Muscati did find another poke at it. Sent it up the boards. Turned into a shot. Caught down low and now forced away. McCarthy will go after it as it will turn into an icing with 11:22 to play in the third period. DeMarco trying to get through, shoved down to the ice. Rodriguez whips it up the boards and out now. Sachem with a little bit of juice. Zub breaking it down the middle, is shot down low. Speared away by Higbee. Comes back across to the left side. Sachem killed on the rush. That looked like it was going to be one of their better opportunities. About 5 minutes gone by. No, make it 4:10 gone by in the third period. McCarthy wrapped up right now by DeMarco, creating an opportunity. Schlendorf was the follow-up. Now on the far side, Maloney there sliding it back over for Schlendorf. Went through him. And McCarthy will play it free. And now on the forecheck, trying to skate down number 20. That's Andrew Matarisi. "40 minutes gone by about. 35 minutes gone by about. Still nothing on the score sheet from either side. It's been a defensive battle. It's been a lot of great saves from either goalie. With traffic in front, rebound opportunities. Maloney does get it away. Zub jockeys right back onto it. Zub dicing. He'll roll past the blue line. Cutting over to his right side. Has a little bit of room. Puts it towards the middle and deflects off to the left side of the net. Another shot from Atkins. A wrister. Meets too much traffic. Still tied up and eventually batted away by Northport Huntington. Trouble to get the full clear. Offsides called against Sachem. They'll finally touch it up. Turned over to Atkins. Liam Coggins does eventually force the puck away. It's caught up here on the near point. Atkins repelled. Ryan plays it off the wall and forward. Collins dumped it in. Forecheck established for Sachem. They'll ride it on the near wall. Puck separated from a body and sent in front. Good save again by Higbee. Northport Huntington will elect to just ice the puck, and they tried to chase after it, but to no avail. 8:15 remaining in the third frame. Sachem's perfect season still on the line right now. They're 15-0-0. But Northport Huntington have played them close both times already. Prior two matchups were 1-goal games. The way this one's going right now, you'd imagine it's a 1-goal game unless a shorthanded goal, or excuse me, an empty net goal is scored. I don't think anyone's going to explode for 2 5-on-5 goals. And both sides have been very disciplined in terms of penalties, so I don't think we're going to see too many of those either. Brace kicks it off the draw. Karams around, comes right back to him. A spin around shot saved by Higbee. Rebound over to the boards. 8 minutes remaining. Not a lot of room on the blue line. Sessa still breaks it through. Dips off to his left end. Tries to cut it out in front. Aletta was there, but just was out of his reach. It's a multi. Pried away. Mascotti gets herself involved. A big one-timer blocked by McCarthy. Goes right back over to Mascotti and then cleared out. Half of this period gone by. Liam Coggins, no, excuse me. That's number 25, not number 5. It's Greisch flying forward. He'll stop up, get back to his defensive stand. Aletta trying to play that wobbler towards the middle. Sent up to the blue line. Greisch with it, trying to get it on net. Sailed wide right. Centering feed from Tumulty. Mascotti had her stick tied up by McCarthy. Directed on net, one-on-one, down low. Skillman made the save. Penalty upcoming, though. McCarthy will go off to the box for the penalty. Northport Huntington to the power play. It'll be a 2-minute minor for roughing. Skillman with a great save, but another test upcoming. But his team will start off the 4-on-5 well with a clear. Zub on the near wall. It does get past him. DeMarco flying in. Had to go through a crowd of 3. Poked off his stick. Zub couldn't clear it past the glove of Maloney. Stops it up down low. Pass out in front. Skillman got the save again. We'll get a penalty on the other side now to make this 4-on-4. We'll play 4-on-4 for the next 1 minute and 23. A little bit more room for either side. Rodriguez will start it up, trying to send it all the way into the offensive end. Daniel stopped it up, played it off the wall onto the tape of Aletta. He'll wheel this forward. Diving across the blue line, creates a shot. It was wide over the left, and Skillman was there anyways. Down to 1 minute to play in the 4-on-4. Zub looking for some room. The toe drag didn't do enough. Beltram got it into a couple of shots. The second one went behind the cage. Rodriguez over in time as Atkins over to his left. He'll load up the wrister with a tip in front. Slice wide over to the cage. Zub on the follow-up, trying to get it through. Fluttered high above the crossbar. Still down low. Sachem refusing to go away easily. Amelia Mascotti hunts down the loose puck, kicked it forward on her skate blade, tied up by Zub. Mascotti gets back to it and does get the full clear. Not a lot of time left on the 4-on-4. Sachem going to be into a power play soon. 5 seconds before McCarthy is out of the box. Now to a power play. Puck walked in with a tip. Not going to get past Higbee. .24 ticks remain on the power play clock. Important kill for Northport. 24 seconds on the power play, and they'll start it off well with the clear. That should take up most of the time. Atkins all the way back on the controlled breakout. Met by Tumulty. Puck will be wiggled up the walls. More trouble. Tigers trying to get aggressive in their stance here to prevent another dump in, and they'll accomplish just that. We'll go back to 5-on-5 for the final 4 minutes in this third period. Chance for both sides to breathe. Some line changes being made as well. DeMarco angling, got pushed off the puck by Ryan. Maloney was there to send it back towards the corner. Whipped up the wall. Dug out and cleared by Sachem. To the opposite side, Finnemore gets there first, over in the right circle. Whipped it down below the cage. 3:35 remaining in the third period. Still tied at 0. Finnemore trying to shove it. Middle, a shot coming through from Lovergen, but didn't get enough on it. Maloney and him lean on each other for control. Couple of good passes in Northport. Huntington have space in the neutral zone. Schlendorf couldn't wiggle past all the checks. Now the puck is completely caught up in the sea of 6 different players. Pops from Maloney, sent it in front. Still loose on the right post. One more opportunity. Rattles around and eventually Lovergen gets it out. Under 3 to play now. He'll control past the blue line. Send a long shot. Higbee gave up the rebound. Lovergen gets onto it. Whacks it towards the center, and no one from Sachem was there in time. DeMarco played it out. Couple of hits behind the play. Referees are going to let all of that go as it went down for an icing. All of these offensive draws are going to be a premium for the final 2:41. Face-off won by Northport Huntington. To the blue line, held in. Another opportunity. No, referees are going to say that one did cross. So the touch-up will be an offsides. Couple more changes made for Sachem as the draw will come in the neutral zone this time. They got backed up a little bit, but Zub will make up for the difference. Collects it on the backhand. Zub across, but didn't have anyone on the far post. Rolling puck. Swept ahead by Moscati. Broken past the blue line. Tigers trying to get it down low, and another tripping call. Sachem will go down a man as they touch up here. Another power play for Northport Huntington late in this game. Moscati keeps it in. Puck played to space. Matarese walks it off the wall, sends a shot. Ends up below the goal line and almost connected to Moscati. Was ready in the one-timer position. Collins trying to chase it down. Tumulty will beat him to the point. Slides it free. Aletta with passing options. Hits it to the open man. Matarese brings it down. Matarese, a shot completely blocked off. Sachem doing everything needed right now. Collins ahead. Beltram couldn't continue the momentum forward, and a good hit will hold the zone. Tumulty assisted. Big shot coming through. Glanced wide over the net. Then another one in front. Tumulty shut down by Skillman. Moscati gets it. Tried to send it low. Atkins racing after it. He'll poke it ahead. 53 seconds left on the power play. About a minute remaining in regulation. Opportunity for Northport Huntington to bring this ahead. In across the blue line. Aletta Bottled up and played away again. Atkins breaking this forward on the short-handed rush. Atkins down the left side. Shot save made by Higbee down low. 30 seconds remaining. Speared ahead. Good play. Aletta cuts back. Sends it off to his right side. The Tigers flying forward. Aletta trying to get back to it. Tied up by Ryan. Couldn't get the shot off. Once again, it's with Atkins. Trying to get numbers up the rink. Stretch pass just barely under the tape of Lovergen. Will jockey back for it, but couldn't do anything at the goal line. 3 seconds left on the power play. Sachem could look to go back to 5-on-5. 10 seconds left. Time for one more rush. Ryan going there to angle it off. Was joined by Hen. Sent in front one more time before it's fired into the neutral zone. 45 minutes gone by. And we'll go to overtime and a 0-0 score after this quick pause here on the LI Sports Network. Four on four for 4 minutes. No changes during pauses, only on the fly. Sachem trying to continue their perfect season. 15-0 right now. Northport Huntington looking for their 10th win of the year. Zub has it. Tried to dangle past one, poked off his stick and cleared out of the zone. Should go all the way down for an icing, but waved off. McCarthy's going to have to do it the hard way. Tumulty in on the forecheck. Twisted it around Lovergen. Fumbled with it for a second, then completed it forward to Hen. Turned it over, and it's right back for Northport Huntington. 30 seconds gone by in the 4-on-4 overtime. Lovergen looking for space. He blew a tire. Hen swiped it ahead on the backhand. Popped for Matarese. He'll swing it around to the near side. Both teams looking a little gassed at this point. Tigers with the first rush. Parried expertly by McCarthy. Forced over towards the perimeter. And Sachem will pick it up. Start to wheel it forward. Space on the right side for the Braves. Beltram. All the way to the corner. Sent to centering feet. Almost went in front, but did end up behind the net. Big hit from behind, and that's going to be a penalty. Should be going against Sachem, and it will be. Power play right back for Northport Huntington. Oh, looks like we're going to get offsetting penalties here. And Matarese will be sent off the ice. We'll stay at 4-on-4 for the overtime. 2:44 remaining. Face off one backwards for Atkins. Rolls off to his right side. Cuts up. Takes it to the shot. Above the crossbar. Zub gets the rebound. Right back over to Atkins. Has Rodriguez on his right hit, but tried to force it through Moscati. Caromed off of her shin pad and out of the zone. Returned. Northport Huntington now need the clear. 2:20 to play in overtime. DeMarco racing after this one. Has to beat Rodriguez. Couple of Sachem Braves already back in the zone. Sent it off for a one-timer. Skillman made the save down low. Lovergen poked free by Moscati, then slapped out. Zub trying to get it back to Lovergen. This is going to be into a 2-on-1. Here comes Sachem. Lovergen to Zub. Caught it into the skate blade, and DeMarco got on the back check. Atkins will pick it. Atkins walking it in. The stick stopped from, I believe that was Moscati. Goes back to Atkins. Challenged it down low and finally poked away. One stick is loose. DeMarco takes it right back. Zub looking for Rodriguez at the blue line. Just barely couldn't hold the zone. Rodriguez will play a bounce pass, just trying to recover for his team. Couple changes made on the back end of this play. Rodriguez starts his march down the ice. Back for Northport Huntington. Skillman. Good rebound control. Goes over to DeMarco. Tied up now. Zub has it. He'll race forward. Challenging 2-on-1. Blows by one check. Tries to send it back through. Down to a minute to play. Zub lost his control. Now officially under a minute. Collins carries it low. Pressed into the wall. Needs some support. It's a 2-on-2 for control of the puck. Dug out of some sticks. Collin has it. Poked free. Sent up the boards by DeMarco. Right back down to the corner. 37 seconds left. A centering feed. Collins trying to find it. Played away. Ryan has it. Has Rodriguez at the point. Instead plays it to the front. Collins with his stick tied from behind. Circles around to the corner. 20 seconds left in overtime. And an offsides here. "14 seconds remain for the Braves to try to hold on to their perfect season. "0-0 the score right now. No one's been able to best either of these goalies. Final count begins. Down to 8 seconds. The opportunity belonged to Northport. Cut towards the middle, and then Collins got back in time. That'll do it. Every second available was played, and will end up in a 0-0 tie between Sachem and Northport Huntington. Sachem now 15-0-1. Northport Huntington 9-5-2. Neither side fully satisfied with the outcome, but it was a tough battle between them. We'll be right back here on the LI Sports Network for our next game of the day. St. Anthony's Gold JV versus East Islip. And shutouts for both of these goalies as well, which has to feel good. Once again, final score, 0-0.